virtual Lernerville Speedway in Sarver, Pennsylvania, the home of the Don Martin Memorial. Also, the Steel City Stampede that had a phenomenal car count over the weekend, sanctioned by Dirt Car Racing in reality. And now the drivers of the Swag Studio Displays Dirt Super Late Model Series are ready for round number 2. Coverage tonight of the Body Balance by Rhonda Cancer Awareness Night from Lernerville Speedway on your home for sim racing, LSR TV, and audio coverage on CRN Sports. Good evening. I am Wesley Outland, joined alongside Nolan Rimple from the 2.5 miles, 6 hours of Daytona Saturday to truly grassroots racing on the dirt tonight. Running the boards, Charles Wooten, our producer. Nolan, it should be a fun time at Lernerville.
Absolutely, it should. Lernerville is one of those tracks where you can always expect a thrilling race week in, week out on this circuit. I think one of the things that really helps make this track thrilling is how much risk there is with running the fast line on this track, that top line, because, well, as many drivers know at this point, the most unique feature about this dirt track compared to the others, no walls except the course on the front straightaway, means that the slightest mistake will send you flying into the shadow realm.
And we should see a pretty good show here tonight as the drivers again of the Swag Studio Displays Dirt Super Late Model Series are prepared. They're ready to roll. Got a pretty good field, 20 plus cars, 24 I believe it is, signed in, ready to battle. And we're ready to see what these guys can do. Here is tonight's format here tonight at Lernerville for round 2. 1 hour practice, just about to wrap up at the home stretch. Coming up is qualifying. It'll go by quickly. Qualifying will then set the field for 8-lap heat races. A certain amount will transfer, and then we'll have 12 to 16-lap mains with the alphabet soup. D's, C's to the B's, onto the A main for a 40-lap feature. By the way, the race information presented by RaceOnTexas.com. And while we're doing that, let's take a look at the SawBlade.com weather conditions as we prepare for tonight's event. 78 degrees here at the virtual Lernerville Speedway in Sarver, Pennsylvania. Nice no wind speed at 2 miles per hour. Can't even feel that. Track temp is up about 7 degrees over the ambient temperature at 85. And Nolan, partly cloudy, but I see a lot of sunny shine. We're going to have a good time here tonight. Qualifying about to get underway.
And of course, we are going to be racing into the dark and under the lights. It's currently right about 3:30 p.m. in sim time. That time, though, is going to be rapidly closing in as the time acceleration. Well, let's just say this. It is 4 times faster than what you would see in reality. So that is going to make it for a very interesting event all around. Right now, we're looking at Tyler Reed as he goes spinning off into turn number 1.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We'll see what these guys can do here as Tyler Reed getting things kicked off, the driver in the number 58 machine. Here comes a couple other cars ready to qualify. We're ready, rocking and rolling. Up next, Chris Ferguson. I know it says Christopher, but it's Chris Ferguson. 2009 Carolina Clash Rookie of the Year. He's won series championships as well for the Fast Track brand as well. He's also ran on the Ultimate Series, Carolina Clash, national winner, big winner back at Lucas Oil Raceway in May. And now ready to go here for round number 2. Mount Holly, North Carolina, Chris Ferguson, 15090. Going to round it up to a 092, and he is going off the reservation of the 22. Ferguson off course. Here he comes. Here he comes. Back on. Yeah. Take it off, brother. Go back at it again. Nolan, that was a good save for the 22.
Certainly was. It's incredibly difficult to save a car when you get down into the slick grass down there. Just 50 seconds remaining in qualifying here, Wesley. Drivers have 3 minutes or 2 laps to get it done.
Oh, he lost it again.
First, and, well, that was, of course, after the checkered flag, so that one is more of a no harm, no foul.
That's right. No harm, no foul. So it looks like right now the 17 of Kitchen is going to set the bar in qualifying. Mr. Kitchen in the number 17 machine putting down the pretty good lap here in qualifying here for round number 2 of the Swag Studio Displays Dirt Super Late Model Series. And it looks like Kitchen again will be the man that will officially lock himself in. Aaron Kitchen right there in qualifying. But again, that just means you go to the heat number 1 on the pole. Kitchen, Hopkins, Drew Hopkins, they were in the number 157. Pretty good lap for him, second best, but a 14.792 to a 14.802 will beat out Hopkins. Of course, Hardy in the 16, the top 3, and we will be ready to go here. Heat racing in just a moment. Heat race number 1 beginning to grid. Oh, yeah. Hey, Charles. Cue up some of that famous Halloween music, buddy. The Halloween months are around the corner. Let's spook some people. We're ready to go for heat race number 1. Let's take a look at the starting lineup in heat race number 1. Oh, yeah. Are you scared? Are you scared yet, Nolan? You like that Halloween music?
Well, I will say festive music is never quite my style. It tends to be a bit overused, if you ask me. Cough, cough, Christmas time. But I will say I do like myself a good old spooky song from here from time to time.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the starting lineup for heat race number 1. It's going to be Aaron Kitchen on the pole. Drew Hopkins to the outside of row number 1. Ryan Underwood will start third. No, I think that's the qualifying results. Oh, my goodness, we're doing it again. Hang on, let's start this over again. Drew Hopkins is going to be man on the pole. Aaron Kitchen, followed by Tyler Reed in the 58 machine. Row number 2 will find Ethan Toter from Kentucky. Aaron Johnson of the 78. Row number 3 we'll see Mike Augustine and Ken Byron right now. The top 3 rows, and Nolan goes the rest of the lineup.
Well, only 2 more cars in heat race number 1. It's Brandon Gagnon and Daniel Floyd rounding out an 8-car field for the first lap heat race. 2 pace laps before these drivers get set to rumble. It'll be the top 3 finishers in tonight's heat race number 1 to go through to that feature event here, Wesley.
I'm sorry. I'll try to make sure, remember next time to cut the lineup in half there. My apologies. Brandon Gagnon, by the way, the driver out of Pineville, North Carolina, in the number at the tail. So here we go. He's in that number 83 machine. Ready to go for heat race number 1. Looks like the top 3 are going to transfer into the show. Honestly, we actually could be honest with you. We have 24 cars. We might start all 24 cars here, and it might just be 3 heat races. Everybody advances to the A main. That could make the show go by a lot quicker tonight here at Lernerville. As here they come out of turn 4. We're green. Round 2. Heat race 1. Studio Display Subarus on LSR TV and listening on CRN on the whole shot. Give it to Mr. Reed in the early going there, Nolan.
Slid it up right in front of Aaron Kitchen, made that slide job work in turns 1 and 2, and now Reed is set to run away with the heat race lead unless Kitchen something to say about a caution flag is out.
Wow.
Early. 1 car sideways with the front straightaway. It's Mike Augustine in the 72 car. He slid up and made contact with Ken Byron to start this one off. They went hard to the outside.
So problems for Mike Augustine. And here's your studio. Here is the Swag instant replay presented by Swag E-Raps and Graphics. And here is a look at what went wrong here. Let's follow it. Mike Augustine had a pretty decent run last week into the wall here at Lernerville and took a couple of cars with him, but then everyone else was able to get away from him fast.
Hard hits into that outside wall for both those drivers. It was definitely not the prettiest of contacts for sure. Definitely one that Mike Augustine will likely feel in the morning. Ken Byron, of course, Justin Newton is a bystander on that deal. He pancaked into the wall as well. There's big right side damage on that number 10 machine. So Ken Byron might be in some serious trouble if he's trying to go for a future race start today.
What a tough break there for those guys here as we'll get ready to reset. We'll re-rack them, restack them. Again, this is all part of the Body Balance by Rhonda Breast Cancer Awareness Race Night. Of course, it is October, and we are, of course, we're putting out the awareness and letting people know about breast cancer awareness. We want you to do your part in helping fight the end of this deadly disease, cancer, for not just women, but also men can get cancer as well. They can get breast cancer. Bottom line, hashtag cancer sucks. Do your part. Join the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Join whatever type of, charities or associations are out there benefiting and helping to spread awareness about stopping breast cancer. Pace truck coming in. Nolan, we're single file. We're coming back for the restart. 1 lap in heat 1.
Tyler Reed on the loud pedal as the great flag drops. We're under once again. Great jump from your race leader right now. Tyler Reed is off and well clear the field. Meanwhile behind, Augustine with a massive slider on Daniel Floyd.
And they work their way off the corner. Down off of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. It's all eyes on Reed. A nice battle trying to brew for Kitchen and people in the second spot. Open to the inside. There's Kitchen. He'll close in. And now the 23 Alaudi in that mix. There's a 3-car battle trying to brew to the front as they work out of 4.
trying to work their way out of turn number 4 right now. The top 3 that will transfer up will be Reed, Kitchen, and Toder in that number 1 machine. So the top 3 are running line astern right now, and very, very clean, unlike the initial race start for heat race number 1. And right now, we're through the second half of the heat race now. Just 3 laps to go in the first heat race of the night.
Rocking and rolling here. What a show they've been putting on so far. You're watching on LSR TV. You're home for sim racing. You're listening on CRN Sports, the voice of live sim racing. Wesley Outland, Nolan Ripple on the call, and I'll even bring Charles Wooten in here. Charles, Lernerville, totally. Oh, my apologies. Okay, he's not available to talk. My bad. I was gonna let him come in here and chat because he worked with me last week and filling in for you, Nolan, and definitely the obviously the track we were at last week is completely different, Volusia, compared to Lernerville for sure.
Completely different track indeed, and Tyler Reed takes the checkered flag in heat race number 1. Kitchen picks up second place, and Ethan Toder will pick up the final transfer spot in heat race number 1.
All right.
Move things right along to the second heat race of the night.
But what a good job there for the man in the number 58 machine, Tyler Reed. We're going to grab him real quickly for an interview. Heat 1 winner, Tyler. Congratulations. What a job.
Thank you.
Man, that car looked like it was set up tonight. Taking on no-comers. Really good, strong for you. You're going to be on the pole.
Yeah, we're going to see what we can do out there.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations to you. That's, again, the driver of Tyler Reed taking heat race number 1. And we now begin to set the field up for heat race number 2. Another heat race ready to roll. And let's give you your starting lineup on the pole. The 157 is going to be Drew Hopkins to the outside of row number 1. In car number 5, it's going to be JB Craighead in the 5 car. Row 2, Nolan.
Michael Martin in the Dust Sizemore in the 3rd place. Michael Martin 4th. Tomasi 5th. Chris Ferguson 6th place. Chris Stoudemire in 7th. And Nick Cooper rounds out another 8-car field. Looks like we're going to be having 3 heat races total tonight here, Wesley.
Yeah, like I was saying, I got a feeling that, bottom line with these heat races, everybody's going to pretty much go to the A main. We're going to have 3 heats. They'll have a warm-up session, and then they'll go feature racing, which kind of makes the show go a lot quicker here tonight. Nonetheless, they come to the firebox. That is the Ryco Motorsports restart zone out of turn number 4. And coming around next time by, they'll get ready to take that green flag. We'll be ready to unfurl it to the field, and we will be ready to go for heat race number 2. So let's just set the stage for you as these drivers get into position ready to go here. This is going to lock up the outside of the front row as we are ready to see what will go down. Here they come to that firing box that we just mentioned off of turn 4, presented by Ryco Motorsports. Green in the air, we are ready, and Drew Hopkins, the man out of Kentucky, on the jump over the rest of the pack. Shades of what we saw Reed do. He does the same in the Victory in Jesus 157 Longhorn out in front.
So far, the field's setting in themselves to go single file off of turn number 4. No early lap yellow like we saw in heat race number 1. So we are clean and green for heat race number 2.
A good showing so far for these drivers as they are working their way again around the racetrack. We are underway in heat race number 2. Hopkins, Craighead, Sizemore, Martin, Ferguson. It's Fergie time. He's on the bottom of the racetrack sizing up his stepfather, Martin, if he can get around him in turn 3.
Got to work with it here, though. That's the thing. You do have to set a pass up. You cannot just go full send like you can on some of the asphalt short tracks. It's not easy to pass here at all by any stretch of the means, and Ferguson's got to be real careful here. He did lose a bit of time and went to the bottom side on Michael Martin, but now he's closed in right back to that back bumper now. He's going to go into the wall a little bit, though, in turn number 1 just on the entry. So far, though, he is going to manage to keep that car clean and out of the ditch.
Yeah, he'll hold it together for sure, keep himself out of harm's way, and that shows for Hopkins in that 157 as he is still the man out in front. Craighead there in the number 2 position, followed by the rest of those drivers waiting patiently of Sizemore from Speedwell, Tennessee. Martin, Ferguson, their family, stepfather and son, and the stepson there. Chris Olin Ferguson, the number 22 machine. They're going to come to 3 to 2 to go coming up this time by. What a quick heat race, and Hopkins out in front in the 157.
Quick heat race indeed. That's how the dirt racing goes. The one car slides off in 3. Nick Cooper going around right on the apron, but managed to somehow save the car and keep the 35 machine rolling. Is down though to the final position as they take the white flag.
What an attaboy for those drivers. Quick save, quick opportunity to make some invasive moves and pull it off. Here they come to the line. Checkered flag goes in the air. We got one in the wall. It doesn't matter. It's Drew Hopkins in the 157. He will get it done in heat race number 2. What a great job for Drew Hopkins. Again, if he's available in the chat, we'll try to bring him down here, but I do not see Drew Hopkins. So again, we can't grab him for an interview, but again, Drew Hopkins taking heat race number 2. Give it also to the man of Tyler Reed, Ethan Toter, JB Craighead, Tomasi Kitchen, all those drivers right now, all finishing up, and we are ready to go here now for heat race number 3, which looks to be the final heat race on track right now. On the pole, the 017 out of Nashville, Tennessee, Brett Rolls. To his outside, Chase Hardy in car number 16. That'll be row number 1.
And row number 2 with Thomas Van Voorst. Ryan Underwood will round to the first half of the field. Tyler Wicks and Matthew Lee 5th and 6th. Duvall and Jennifer Haas rounding out the final 8 cars on the grid. Looks like Haas not able to make the grid call, so it's going to be a 7-car heat race for the final one of the night.
Yeah, tough break there for Jennifer Haas, unable to ring the bell. But again, this will be the final preliminary of the night, as again, all the drivers are going to transfer into the A-main. That'll keep the show going a lot smoother. We'll have a quick warm-up and then drop in the green for the feature races. Another lap on the speedway, getting them into position. Good heat races so far to open up the evening here on LSR TV. Round number 2. Again, this is the Body Balance by Rhonda Breast Cancer Awareness Night for the Studio Display Swag Dirt Super Late Model Series as we get ready. Nolan, I'll let you call them green as they make their way this time by to the Ryco Motorsports restart box.
Pace truck down to the pit road. It's going to be all up to Chase Hardy. Green flag drops. Hardy's on the loud pedal. We're off and away. Once again, Lernerville for heat race number 3.
Ready to get this started. We'll see what shakes and bakes and goes down as they work their way off the corner. Opening lap. Give it to the 16. Got around him there for a second. Bouncing off the wall. A couple of cars. Rolls falling back. Hardy falling back. Oh my goodness.
Oh, they're spinning off a turn 2 as well.
Hold them together.
The embankment. Van Voorst loses 3rd. He's up again in turn number 4. And that's going to cost the 14-car dealie. Ryan Underwood's had troubles on the first lap. He also went off in turn number 3. Also in trouble was Tyler Wicks in the number 6 car, who's still struggling with his machine.
Craziness as well already on the get-go, but this race continues on. And what a job for Chase Hardy out in front. The one of the brothers, of course, Kyle Hardy out of Winchester, Virginia, one of the drivers that races in dirt super late model racing in real time. He runs on the Ultimate Super Late Model Series. He's ran for some championships, Big Outlaw, Lucas Oil shows as well. And there he is right now, Chase Hardy. There is also the number 4 machine. We're watching this battle. This is going to be the 40. Well, it's the 4 car of Matthew Lee from Clinton, Maine. Looking at him now in the 4th position. But again, everybody transferring the show as they work their way off the corner. Laps winding down.
Laps winding down indeed. Just 2 laps to go. Now, well, 2.5 laps to go in heat racing action before we get set to go racing for A-main racing tonight. 2 to go now as Chase Hardy takes to the line once again. Right now, though, because of those early heat struggles, field very much split up. Thomas Van Voorst goes sideways on the front straightaway. He's hit the wall hard off of turn number 4. And will this bring out a yellow flag? No, he's not. He's going to take the tow back to pit road.
And this race coming to the end. Let's see how they all work and shake and bake their way around the racetrack here as it's coming down to the finish. Off of turn number 4, back to the line. Winchester, Virginia's Chase Hardy, checkered flag. He will take heat race number 3 and put himself on the inside of row number 2 in the 3rd spot when they start the feature here in a little bit at Lernerville. It's Hardy getting it done over Brett Rolls. And the rest of the field, Will Duvall will finish in 3rd. Come back for him. Matthew Lee in 4th. And Wicks, Underwood, Van Voorst, and Jennifer Haas, the Dirt Princess, unable to make the start in heat race number 3. So we have a C-main now. Coming up, we'll introduce these drivers. So I'm understanding that I think we're only going to lock in like a 20 car field for this race, actually. There's only going to be a 20 car field. So actually 4 drivers, Nolan, are going home. These are alphabet soup races. You got to go through the C main. We're taking 4 to go to the B main. And we're taking 8 from there to transfer into the feature because we took the top 4 from the 3 heat races.
So there you have it. It looks like it is going to be 4 drivers advance from the C main to the B main. It was only the top 3 from the heat races, so it looks like it might be 11 drivers to go.
Yeah, my apologies.
The B main,
the C and the B main. Top 4 go to the B main. Again, you got to transfer. It's kind of like the alphabet soup. And then the top from the B main, we're taking the top 11 to move to the B feet. I'm confused here. The move to the feature. Yes, he said B main again. I don't know why. Basically, this race will take the top 4 to the B main. The B main will take the top 11 to the feature.
So it's Martin, Underwood, Gagnon, and Stoudemire that are in the transfer spots right now in an 8-car field. Of course, they are all, though, at serious risk of going home tonight if they can't keep those positions locked in throughout the course of this 12-lap C-main.
Got to stay out of trouble. Got to stay out of trouble. Michael Martin ready to go to the outside along with Ryan Underwood. Ryko Motorsports restart zone. Green in the air. We're underway. This is going to be...
The 28 spinning. The 28 just spun. The final driver at a transfer spot. He's going to go home early tonight.
Chris Stoudemire.
The front stretch.
Chris Stoudemire going around, and by the way, there is no caution. He better get to the whip and get away from these guys in a hurry. Martin leads the opening lap. We're 1 in. Down into turn number 2. Underwood in second. We're taking 4 to the B main. This is the C main. The alphabet soup underway for round 2 at Lernerville, Nolan.
And battle potentially on for the race lead as Underwood is trying to work his way underneath Michael Martin, throwing it up the inside of the turn 1, slides it out. Martin trying to cut back on the back straightaway, side by side, down the back stretch. Underwood now trying the outside line, and there's nothing Michael Martin can do about it.
Can you say that somebody's patience is definitely wearing thin? Here they come, ready to roar off the corner. Another lap in. Look at this. What a show. What an event they're putting on right now. We're only taking 4.
Underwood's off.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. I cannot believe that Ryan Underwood problems. He is going to be out of the race. Are you kidding me? Oh, man, that's going to be a heartbreak right there.
Complete and utter pandemonium. He's down to 4, so he does still have that final transfer spot secured. He's got to be sure, though, he does not make a mistake. Up the inside, though, slide job on Brandon Gagnon. Gagnon trying to fight back around the inside in the 83 machine now. Underwood still did a good job pulling the outside line. Really, really tempting fate with the berm on the top side of the racetrack. Now cutting to the inside again, trying to get underneath Nick Cooper in the 35, but doesn't have the momentum to really make it stick.
Trying to make it work again as they work their way off the corner. The racing continues along here. Watching these drivers shake and bake, as you said, and work their way around. Speaking of shake and bake, tomorrow night, the SLM Cup Series presented by Appalachian Hauler Hunters. Good segue there. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. As we're at New Hampshire Speedway tomorrow night. The home of the Lobster in Loudon. Right now, Cooper battles with Martin, the man out of Waterloo, New York. And look at Underwood back on the high horse, down on the inside of Cooper's car. Laps winding down. 4 to go here in the C main and 3, and they're door to door.
They've been swapping positions for a couple laps now, Michael Martin and Nick Cooper. Cooper looks like he finally might have the race lead settled. Now Underwood's trying to see if he can secure second, trying to find a gap in the outside line, trying to find a chink in the armor of Michael Martin, but Martin's really holding strong right now. Underwood big on the inside, though. Martin fighting back off of turn number 4. Side by side down the front straightaway. Martin still on the inside line. Underwood gets the position secure around the high side. Now he's got to see if he can try to run down Nick Cooper for the race lead.
Those laps winding down as they work their way again off the corner. Here they come. 2 to go. Cooper out in front. It's Cooper, Underwood, Martin, and Gagnon. Brandon Gagnon, sponsored proudly by Studio Displays. Those are your top 4. Stoudemire, 1 spot shy of trying to get in as they work their way out of turn number 4. Checkered flag. C main winner onto the B main. Cooper, Underwood, Martin, Gagnon. Stoudemire on back is done. Quick break from Lernerville. There's the results. We'll come back with coverage of the B main when we return on LSR TV and those listening on CRN Sports. Hey, it's Wesley Outland of CRN Sports, one of the co-founders. I'm also one of the announcers on Live Sim Racing, LSR TV.
We've recently partnered with LiveSimRacing.com to become the official radio partner of all of the esports events. What is CRN? Well, first off, we're going to be covering esports like it's never been done before with our MRN, PRN type radio atmosphere like you experience with NASCAR. In addition to that, we will cover the Northwest Trucking Cup Series, the Northwest Tour, and of course special events and sanctions like swag and special events like 6 Hours at Daytona and so much more. It's very simple to check out the racing action, whether on LSR TV, on Facebook and YouTube, or by listening. And that's how I want to help you real quickly. Go up simply to the website, wearecrn.com, wearecrn.com, click play, and you are set. It's that simple. We're excited to be the voice of live sim racing. We are CRN. Follow us at crn.com.
Again, as always, LiveSimRacing.com. We are CRN.com. And as always, follow Swag and the Simulation World Auto Group as well. We are ready to go, pacing the field. Hey, Nolan, give them the lineup real quickly. This is going to be the B main, and I understand everybody transferred.
It's 11 car field, 11 cars move ahead, so to line it up, it's Johnson, Ferguson, Lee, then Byron, Tomasi, Wicks, Augustine, Cooper, Underwood, Martin, Gagnon reading out the 11 car field here for the final B-Main before we go racing for 30 laps in the feature event tonight.
And ready to go here again in this B-Main, rocking and rolling. Green is in the air, ready. Here they come. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness, I don't think they agreed with the original start. We'll try to re-rack them and restack them here.
It was a very messy restart of a turn number 4. Tyler Wicks is the one that brought out the yellow flag 4 wide before they got to the start-finish line. And Wicks got turned around, more of his own mistake, went hard to the outside wall. There you see it right there on the Swag Esports replay. And that is probably one of the clumsiest starts I've ever seen in one of these types of dirt races.
I was about to say the same thing, man. That did not look very kosher, in my opinion. Wow. Caution being called on Brandon Gagnon, it looks like. And the 6 car of Wicks also getting the warning. My apologies. There was actually 6 car of Wicks that was actually being told, wait for the go. Tyler Wicks in the 6 car making his second start now here in race number 2 of the Simulation World Auto Group sanctioned Studio Displays Dirt Super Late Model Series here tonight from Lernerville. Go ahead, Nolan.
Byron getting a Neowell penalty, I believe, for causing that first lap incident overall. So the number 10 car to the rear of the field from 4th place.
Man, oh man. Well, there's a penalty there that I was not expecting, but hey, it's down the stretch we come, and you're going to see this kind of craziness. We're in the opening go of things. Okay. So we're going to reset the field. Or actually, I believe they're counting the laps. We'll try this one more time. Dirt racing, so fun, so exciting. Ready to get this back underway. Aaron Johnson, the man out in front. Christopher Ferguson behind him. Chris Ferguson coming off of starting 3rd in the D2 WC at Portsmouth over the weekend. The Dirt Track World Championship, $100,000 winner. Mr. Man in New Berlin, Illinois, Brandon Shepard, green back. Oh, trouble! Oh my God, Augustine going around. Will he hold it together? They will. Are we going to throw caution? We won't. Augustine on the Skullbone car, back going in 72. We are back rocking and rolling here as right now Ferguson, it's Fergie time. Lernerville to the lead in turn number 1, Nolan.
To the lead in turn number 1. There's a lot of cars still sliding around, trying to get themselves sorted in the background. Looking to almost 3 in the background. Here comes the 09, trying to find something for the race lead, but he can't get to the bottom side. And right now, Ryan Underwood trying to work his way now underneath Tanner Tomasi. Can he make this work 3 wide for the race lead for a brief moment? But so far, it's looking to be very strong in the hands of Chris Ferguson.
Rocking and rolling, juking and jiving. What a battle they are putting on. What a show they have got having here as they'll work their way again off the corner. Another lap in, underway. Oh yeah, what a show. as it's Ferguson trying to hold off Tomasi, Tanner Tomasi out of Pittsburgh, Kansas. And now this opens up the door now for the other man to just sneak in there like taking candy from a baby. And look at him, Ryan Underwood, the weed eater, plowing the field down. Ferguson, Cooper, Tomasi all in his path. And here they come again to the line. Laps winding down here. How many are going to the A main? Right now it's Underwood out in front, leading the way. Ferguson, Cooper, Tomasi.
And once again, all 11 cars advancing through to the feature event. 11 cars in the B main, 11 cars advancing through to the A main here tonight as well. Underwood still running away with the race lead. Oh, never mind. He's just got off in turn number 4. Also off is Chris Ferguson for second place. So the top two kept making big mistakes. They're both having to reset. That is going to allow Nick Cooper now to the race lead.
Wow, wow, wow. Oh, my goodness. Look at this battle. Here they come. Back across the stripe of the laps winding down. It's going to be 11 to go this time by. 10 remaining at the stripe of the man out of Waterloo, New York in the 135. Nick Cooper out in front. Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Ryan Underwood second. Pittsburgh, Kansas entry. Tanner Tomasi sits in third. And 4 laps to go here now as the laps continue to tick away. Coming to the line this time by. It's 3 remaining.
One car stops at the front stretch. Tyler Wicks is around. Caution's out for Tyler Wicks in the number 6 machine. Looking back, it was a self-inflicted error for Wicks. Just lost the back end in the final corner. This is going to reset the field once again. And at this point, the B-Main win is anyone's game.
Well, there's the caution. And this could open it up here because we're definitely probably going to go into overtime. So that'll be interesting. What do you think? Pretty interesting B-main here. A lot of drivers showing that they got a lot of potential to battle here down the home stretch at Lernerville.
It's an interesting B-main for sure, as you see Ryan Underwood just to the left side of the screen taking a bit of an interesting line down the back straightaway there. But I'll tell you what, this has been one interesting B-main. I mean, this has had the most thrills and spills out of all the heat races we've had so far tonight. And this is, of course, the first event race in the night to have 2 yellow flags. And then this is going to meet as well. We're going to go green with 3 laps to go here.
Going to be a good one. Ready to come back for the restart. Back inside the Ryco Motorsports restart zone. And a shootout awaits with 4 laps to go. Ready to put this one to bed as they work their way here in the B main to go to the A. Back to green when they come back around. And right now, all eyes are on the man out of Waterloo, New York, of Nick Cooper. He'll get the jump in the restart zone, and he has pulled away from Underwood and Company. Back underway.
Back underway. Now the question is going to be for Cooper. Can he hang on to the position? Yellow flags out again. Ken Byron and Aaron Johnson both around in turn number 2. Contact was made this time around. It looked to me like Augusty went through the back of Johnston as we go once again to the Swaggy Sports replay.
Here's the replay. Look at this. Tough break. Man, oh man. Both cars getting together. And a tough break for the man of the 78 car as well to boot as we go under yellow flag. Wow. Definitely patience wearing thin there. You're down to the home stretch. All bets are off now, Nolan. Want to try everything you possibly can to make it in. Here's a... Oh my goodness, are they crashing under caution? They are. Ryan Underwood has stacked up the field.
They're waiting for the pace truck to get by.
They're waiting on the pace truck. Come on, pace truck.
Yeah, otherwise they get black flagged if they don't let it by.
Yeah. That's a good, smart piece of driving there that they realized, oh, guys, we got to back her down here. We're going to get penalized.
Well, now that the pace truck is by, everybody is able to fall back in line. You see some of the drivers doing a bit of tire scrubbing over there in turns 3 and 4 right about now. It's Nick Cooper and Underwood that are taking interesting weaving lines, and you just got to hope that one of them doesn't end up slapping the wall, spinning it around, because it's very, very easy to do when you're trying to scrub off dirt with these types of super late models.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. As we get ready to work our way back to the restart boxes again, out in front, it is Nick Cooper over Ryan Underwood, Tanner Tomasi the third, Chris Ferguson, who led at one time or another, back up in there in fourth, and his stepfather, Michael Martin of the 55, right now in the top five. Matthew Lee, Mike Augustine, Brandon Gagnon, Tyler Wicks, Ken Byron, as well as Aaron Johnson. And right now, all those drivers will transfer into the A-Main. Next, here for round two, all part of Body Balance by Ron tonight, breast cancer awareness for the Swag Studio Displays Dirt Super Late Model Series 2 to go. Here they come. Battle trying to heat up on the inside. They're coming down the straightaway. 1 to go. Pick your move here. Laps winding down. Final lap. It's Cooper out in front. Nolan, bring the finish. Here comes Underwood to the inside with a round of the
Here
bottom.
he goes. Underwood slides up. Can Cooper get him back on the front straightaway? Driving to the line. That was so close. Oh! Underwood just barely gets him, though, by 28 thousandths of a second.
Wow. Are you kidding me? 20 thousandths of a second. Underwood over Nick Cooper. Tanner Tomasi, Ferguson, Michael Martin, all these drivers of the top five. And again, as we mentioned, for the Swag Studio Displays Dirt Super Late Model Series, they will transfer in to the A-Main. By the results are presented by SawBlade.com. Extended break. When we come back, we're A-Main racing. More coverage in a moment on LSR TV. And for those tuning in on CRN Sports, what a job by the Weed Eater, Ryan Underwood, plowing him down to win the B-Main.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
I want to show you what we can do. It's like a newborn puppy. Like, I want to show you how cute we are. Come see us. Come see what we can do. You'll be amazed. My name is Kim Connolly-Wilner. I worked for Studio for almost 4 years. I project engineer, creative direction, graphic designer. Outside of Studio, I like to paint, knit, crochet. My favorite thing about working for Studio is the ability to be around like-minded people. And the work is cool. When I was first told about Studio, it was the wood shop, the metal shop, and how they can take nothing and build it. That's what I've been around my whole life, so to have the opportunity to actually work here is pretty amazing. When I came onto Studio, Tom was sort of this unicorn. So you'd hear his voice, you'd catch a glimpse of him, you just naturally wanted to be around him. His big smile. I love to go into his office and kind of poke at him, see what he was working on, have him talk to me about past projects. I wanted to learn what he knew. This is his legacy, everything. You feel him every day. When you sit down and you're starting a new project, it really is something in the back of your mind, like, would Tom like this? Would he think this is cool? You know, he was kind of a mentor to a lot of people, so you don't want to disappoint even though he's not around us anymore.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
Welcome back to Lernerville Speedway, virtually in the iRacing Simulator. It is the racetrack in Starver, Pennsylvania. I'm Wesley Outley, and joined alongside is, of course, Nolan Ripple. On production is Charles Wood. We welcome you back to swag coverage of the Studio Displays Super Late Model Dirt Series, round number 2 of the Body Balance by Rhonda Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and we are ready to introduce the starting lineup as these drivers are ready to go. I'm hearing 40 laps, or it's supposed to be in 40 laps, but I think it might be a 30-lap feature. So, Nolan, we're going to take your word for it, buddy. We're going to go 30 laps, and without further ado, here is your starting lineup for the second feature event ever of the Swag Studio Displays Dirt Super Late Model Series. On the pole, Tyler Reed in 58, Drew Hopkins, the 157, row number 1.
Moving down through the order, it's Chase Hardy, Aaron Kitchener, row number 2, JB Craighead, Brett Rowles in 5th and 6th, Ethan Todler and Dustin Sizemore, 7th and 8th, Will Duvall and Ryan Underwood rounded out the top 10 here, Wesley.
All right, normally I go one by one, but you kind of jumped there for me. It's all right. Nick Cooper will make up row number 6 in the 35, followed by Tanner Tomasi starting 12th. Row number 7 will be Christopher Ferguson in the 22, followed by Michael Martin, and then we'll go on with Aaron Johnson starting 16th in the 78. Mike Augustine in the 72. He'll start in the 18th position. Give us the rest of the lineup with Matthew Lee to his outside there, Nolan.
It's Brandon Gagnon to round out 17th place. Aaron Johnson 18th, rounded out a 20-car, 30-lap feature bet. It's going to be Tyler Wicks and Ken Byron in 19th and 20th place. So 2 pace laps before we go racing for 30 more here at the virtual Lernerville Speedway.
A couple of pace laps as the field will be ready to go here for this race. It's going to be, again, 30 laps to distance, another lap around the racetrack, getting them all settled in, ready to go. Pretty good racing we've seen so far tonight. Been rocking and rolling, been on the air for about 40 minutes or so, and it has been an exciting program. And Nolan, I get to announce a lot of real big dirt late model races across the country. The Butterball, the Alabama State Race, the National 100. I've been at the Dream. I've been at the World 100. I've been at all the other big marquee shows, the Ice Bowl and more. That's what I love about dirt racing, because it's quick, it's fast, but it's exciting and entertaining. Ready for the field to come to the starting box off of turn number 3 and 4. Drew Hopkins, Tyler Reed on the front row. Outside lane is the leader's choice. He'll choose the inside. Green in the air. We're underway. Kicking the dirt, slinging the dirt. Here at Lernerville, we're green. We got cars going up the racetrack and upside down, coming back on course. We're underway. We're staying green. And look at this battle underway. Drew Hopkins under attack. 3 and 4 wide behind the leaders there, Nolan, as they go into 3 and 4.
Tyler Reed still trying to maintain the race lead. 3 wide for the race lead now. Hopkins around the outside, trying to go for the race lead. 1 car slides way off in turn 1. 2 cars slide off. I believe that was one of those red and green machines. It looks to be Aaron Kitchen that goes sliding off. He's going to have to throw the kitchen sink at the field in order to make his way back up through the order.
Oh, haven't heard that expression in a very, very long time, but he better really get that welding pipe and ready to do some major work to run these guys back down. Drew Hopkins, though, the man out of Kentucky, continuing to lead the way in that 157. We are underway. He's out of Mount Vernon, Kentucky, by the way. Shout out to my buddy Caution Anthony Wiseman, Rock Castle Raceway, Richmond Raceway. They got the Bluegrass Nationals next week. I'll see them in Kentucky, and he lives just down the road in the 157, kicking butt, taking names in the early going at Lernerville. Reed, Hardy, Rolls, Craighead, top 5. They're back at the corner.
Caution flag is out. Looks like Tyler Wicks again has had problems on the back straightaway. Not sure if that's brought the yellow flag out, but he definitely had contact with Ken Byron in the midst of all of this as well. So the replay back up on your screens now. Looks like that was not what the yellow was for, though. Another 2-car pilot, Michael Martin, and Ken Byron looks like, sorry, not Michael Martin, and want to say Brandon Gagnon that had the issue that brought the yellow out.
Brandon Gagnon in that studio displays entry number 83. Understanding there goes Hicks with a little help from the 10 getting him around. And we go into the yellow flag again. First caution here. It's presented by Swag E-Wraps and Graphics. Of course, jump on board with the Shark of Billy and Rhonda Smith for all of your wraps needs, whether it's virtual or reality, business, commercial, and even in racing. Again, located in Seaford, Virginia, that is Swag E-Wraps and Graphics, and they are proud to sanction Simulation World Auto Group. Hey, speaking of swag, don't forget on Thursday night, round number 2 of the PMI Pavement Marking Swag Super Truck Series. And that will be getting underway at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. What a wild one they had at Daytona the other night. And we'll get ready for the next race coming up on Thursday evening. You do not want to miss it. As a matter of fact, that'll be the final broadcast before the Fall Brawl finale, including Twin Legends at Charlotte. And then the finale 100 laps at Martinsville. That'll put a tip of the cap on a nice little vacation for my friend Charles Wooten. Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. And then we come back next Tuesday, Nolan, for this series, the Swag Studio Displays Dirt Super Late Models on LSR TV, watching and listening on CRN Sports.
So the pace truck pulls it down to pit road. It's in the hands of Drew Hopkins in the 157 machine. Can he hold on lead on the restart? Gets on the loud pedal. We're underway once again in Lernerville. Chase Hardy immediately jumps and picks up second place from Tyler Reed into turn number 1.
No, we're back to it again. Back to the whip, if you will. Let's see what happens. They're slinging and banging and slamming and bamming and hustling and tussling into 3 and 4. 3 wide, 4 wide. Holding it together, whoeing down the field. We got another caution. Don't know where it came from, but it probably come from that big stack up in the back there, Nolan.
It was a spin for Matthew Lee in the 04 machine that brought this one out. Was hit from behind by Michael Martin on the entry to turn number 1, and that sent the 04 for a very harmless spin. Ken Byron also caught up in this one in the number 10 machine, just trying to avoid it. He got sandwiched in the middle between the car that had spun and Tyler Wicks. So looks like about 3 or 4 cars that had damage to this as we go once again to a Swag E-Wraps and Graphics replay.
Well, there you go. We had a feeling that it was starting to get unglued here, and there's the end result. Second caution, and you know, I hate to say this as well, Nolan, but sometimes cautions breed cautions, and especially in the dirt world as well. Just like we see in pavement, we can see it also happen in dirt.
EOL to Michael Martin in the 55 car for causing that yellow flag. He is going to be starting this one from the tail of the field. So this is going to leave Drew Hopkins up in the first position. Chase Hardy still in second. Tyler Reed dropped down to third on the lease restart. We'll have to see what that number 58 machine will be able to do if he can fight back and retake the lead.
Back inside the Ryco Motorsports restart box. By the way, Ryco Motorsports does everything from setups to paint shops, wraps, much more in the iRacing virtual world. Let them take care of your needs. Ryco Motorsports also excited to be sponsoring coming up very soon on Saturday nights during the winter months, the Swag Ryco Motorsports Winter Heat Series, including racing with legend cars, street stocks, modifieds, and even super late models. So, man, it'd be cool if we could probably put together a dirt race on the Saturday night, too. It'd be pretty cool to do that. But anyhow, just some of the cool things coming from Billy Smith and the Simulation World Auto Group. Swag on Facebook, on Twitter and Instagram, as well as at LSR TV, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That's CRN Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Green flag back in the air here at Lernerville. Let's get this underway again, Nolan, and knock off a couple of laps in this feature.
So a much cleaner start around the entire field this time around, as the single file restart was the one to take hold last time by, because they did not make it a lap under green flag dishes. Still very tight though for this top battle right now. Everybody trying to run the bottom and try to pick up speed.
Definitely trying to make something work there as they work their way off the corner. Down into, well,
turn four, 2 cars around. One of them was the driver that was in 4th place, Brett Rouse. A big wreck in turn 4.
The problems for Brett Rolls, the driver of Nashville, Tennessee. And also it looks like Mike Augustine's also caught up in it in the 72. Nolan Rimple, you called it caution again for the 4th time in turn 4.
And this, there you see it on the replay. Brett Rouse in the 017 machine was spun around after a bit of contact there from Tyler Reed and Ethan Toder in the midst of this as well. And Brett Rouse was unfortunately a sitting duck from Mike Augustine in the 72 machine. As he just slid up on the wreck, could not avoid him. Brett Rouse has been given an EOL for bringing out this yellow flag. He was the driver that spun.
But a tough break for Brett Rolls. Again, the driver out of Tennessee. He won the first World of Thunder Cup Series event at Daytona. He's also got a lot of accolades in dirt racing, virtually on iRacing in the sprint cars, as well as in late models and modifieds as well. So a problem there for Brett Rolls. Called for the penalty. The 72, Mike Augustine, I think he's going to get his spot back. And it looks like we'll get ready to go back for the restart here. Now, Drew Hopkins leading the way to Mount Vernon, Kentucky. It's Winchester, Virginia's Chase Hardy second. Independence, Kentucky's Ethan Toder there along with Tyler Reed. Dustin Sizemore out of Speedwell, Tennessee right now in the top 5 as they work their way back to the Ryco Motorsports restart zone. Green in the air. Hopkins is gone again. Victory in Jesus again in 1 and 2.
And Craig head around turn number 1. Multiple cars around. Wicks is around as well. Augustine just barely backs it down at a time. A third car sideways in the back there. Michael Martin again caught up in an incident, this time just sliding to avoid it. Was this a result of contact? I believe it was. It would have been with Nick Cooper.
Let's check the replay here and see what went down. Just fighting for it, man. It was already started from there. Holy cow. It has already started from there. So caution, a lot of cautions. Quick break. We'll be back with more from Lernerville, round 2 on LSR TV and CRN Sports. This is the Swag Studio Displays Dirt Super Late Model Series and the Body Balance by Rhonda. Press. Back here at Lernerville, ready to try to settle things up here. Nolan, this has been a caution flag fiesta tonight, brother. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it has been a very messy race, shall we say, especially in this feature event. We've only made 11 green flag laps so far in this race. So that's 11 laps and 3 yellows. So we got to hope that maybe these drivers can clean it up a little bit and we can get some longer green flag runs in here.
And right now, the man out of Mount Vernon, Kentucky, Drew Hopkins, is leading the way. We'll get ready to try to set things up for the restart and try to get things back going again. Welcome back to our coverage. Those that are watching on LSR TV, listening on CRN Sports at wearecrn.com, and the green flag goes back to the air. 4 laps to halfway, now make it 3 laps to halfway. And quickly again, Drew Hopkins on the gas and right back to a visit by the Banana Republic flag, and we got them stacked up. Hicks and Augustine again with a wreck on the front straightaway.
It seems to be the same few drivers at this point. I mean, Tyler Wicks and Mike Augustine, and of course, the 55 car Michael Martin, they have been at the center of just about every wreck so far. There you see the replay, the 6th car getting tipped up, almost up and over, and my goodness me, this has been a bit of a messy feature event.
You know, Nolan, I don't know how much you know about dirt racing, bud, but whenever I announce races for real, if you get involved in 2-3 cautions or more in a feature, you're done. You're parked.
So waiting for word for race control. They are going to be giving a driver a NEOWAP penalty. Tyler Wicks this time getting sent to the tail of the field. Hate to say it, but
they've already at the tail of the field.
There. Yeah.
They're already there. But they do have studio displays on the hood of the car. By the way, thanks to Studio Displays for jumping on board and sponsoring this series. As again, we are under the yellow flag, rocking and rolling craziness here. A lot of caution flags. Trying to settle it in here. By the way, real quickly, Studio Displays. Since 1980, Studio Displays has engineered and fabricated quality exhibits, casework, and displays for museums, corporate interiors, retail environments, universities, sports facilities, airports, and public institutions throughout the U.S. Follow them at Studio Displays on the website, on social media. They're there on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. And we are glad, Nolan, to have them sponsoring the Swag Dirt Super Late Model Series on LSR TV and those listening on CRN.
Absolutely, definitely glad to have that whole crew on board with us tonight. So gonna be an interesting restart here. Now we wait to see, can we get a longer green flag run? Drew Hopkins gonna be the driver to reset the field. Pace trucks off the 157 once again, down to the lap pedal, takes out the ball and then turn 4, and we're underway once again.
All right, let's try this again. We're 3 now to the halfway marker. They work their way back into the corner with Drew Hopkins, Chase Hardy, Tyler Reed, Ethan Toder, Nick Cooper to the top 5. 3 wide for Cooper, trying to battle for it as they're single file finally. Let's get some laps down, shall we? Let's get past halfway. They're at speed again into turn number 1. Go with a 3 wide.
And 3 wide, so Tomasi on the bottom side running right next to the 11, real close into turn number 3. Dustin Sizemore doing a fantastic job of the 11 car, making sure that was all done very well and smooth. Looks like we got a move up front as well. Tyler Reed throwing one around Ethan Toder, just barely avoided, cleaning the 1 machine out on the bottom side. Meanwhile, here comes, I believe, the 1 car on the top side to clear both of them. That's Nick Cooper that's trying to go back for the race lead.
And here they come. Wow, what a slider, what a crossover move there by the 55, the 35. Tyler Reed, Nick Cooper fighting for it. And just at halfway, we got to the cross flags. Caution is out. Yellow out again, and it's the 09 of Tanner Tomasi out of Pittsburgh, Kansas. Giving us a problem, and he almost got up on his lid. The 23 was around there as well. That's Daniel Floyd.
So the 09 is the car that brought the yellow flag out with the spin that you just saw on your screen. And then here was the second incident with Daniel Floyd. And taking a look at this, oh, dearie me. There you see the first contact. And you said Floyd went upside down, I think?
No. The 09, he about got on his lid. He about got up airborne.
Oh, no,
Tanner
Floyd
Tomasi
did roll over. I just looked. Floyd did roll over. It turned out 4. Made contact with the 14 car.
I didn't see that part. I just seen where he grazed off that, where the Tomasi about got upside down, bouncing off that 23 car. And by the way, can we also give a save to the 11 of Speedwell, Tennessee's Dustin Sizemore? It's not his fault. It's not your fault, Dustin. Good job. Stayed out of trouble.
So it appears that the Banana Republic flag is definitely getting their own little sponsorship out here. And they're going to get a little bit more airtime here because Race Control has just extended the yellow flag period here. So it looks like there might be some confusions potential with the running order.
There you go. So this will give us a chance to step away. More coverage in a moment from Lernerville. This is the Swag Studio Displays Dirt Super Late Model Series on LSR TV and CRN Sports.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. butt kicker. The future is feeling.
Back underway, green flag in the Ryco Motorsports restart zone, and quickly on the jump in is Drew Hopkins pulling away over Hardy and company. Here comes also Reed, Nick Cooper, all these drivers in the mix, ready for the second half at Lernerville. Round 2, they're in turn 4.
Nick Cooper slides up the track. Tyler Reed getting back on the inside. They went 3 over Reed, but this is the battle for third. Reed up the inside. Cooper still trying to fight the outside line. 3 wide again as Dustin Sizemore trying to pull the very bottom of the racetrack.
And look at Reed make contact. He got into him and they're wrecking. They got one flipping through the air. Trouble, contact. And they're still crashing in turn 4 to the Ryco Motorsports restart zone. And another visit by the swag caution flag. Billy Smith, you might be getting charged double for all the yellow flags we've been seeing. Oh, my goodness.
Tyler Reed is the car that went airborne in the 58
Look at
machine.
that.
And then Dustin Sizemore also took air, went up on his side just after this. There you see it right there as well.
Yeah.
That was just trying to get going.
Yeah, that was over the 23 car of Daniel Floyd there. As we go back to action live. Oh, my goodness. Man, Calamity Central here tonight at Lernerville. 12 laps to go, but man, they're going to be fighting for it.
What, they haven't been fighting for it already?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the fight continues.
Looks like Tyler Reed has pulled it off pit road. He is done for the night as he is going to bring it to a stop down in pit road. So unfortunate for Tyler Reed, who is looking set to come out with a good finish today. Not so much. He is now back out on the racetrack, but he has got a lot of work for him to do if he's going to have a hope of getting out there strong. He's had to stop now at the edge of the track, and that, I believe, has just extended our yellow flag here as he was stopped on the racetrack trying to let the field through.
So Drew Hopkins on in front, Nick Cooper second. Chris Ferguson has moved to third. Man, he's getting in there. He's close. I know what you meant. I know what you meant for sure. Yeah. I'm not going to repeat it. All right. Well, this has been a wreck fest for sure tonight at Lernerville, Nolan. Nice way of saying what our producer Charles told us in our ear.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a good way of putting it for sure. Well, there goes the pace truck once again down the pit road. Drew Hopkins, once again, the race controller, and he is going to be off and away. Green flag once again. 12 laps to go at Lernerville. And yellow flags over the get to turn
Oh, my
one.
goodness. Matt Lee. Matt Lee.
Word. I mean, come on, guys. This is getting silly.
Let's see. They're stacked up on the restart, ready to come back to speed. And the driver out of Clinton, Maine, Matthew Lee, just kind of took the bumper to somebody, and he said, "Oh, I'll return the favor." And he took out in the process as well.
This is getting a little bit ridiculous at this point. I mean, how many yellows has this counted now? I mean, if we had the caution flag laps counted, this race would already be finished.
Here's a replay again of what happened from the top of the. Yeah, that was from the top of our All-American pools. Stopper cam.
There's a really good aerial camera actually there. You couldn't really see what was going on there from the trackside cameras because of all the dust that was being kicked up by the other drivers ahead of them on the restart. So that was a brilliant angle there.
Yeah, a lot of great camera angles here. And the drone cam also got a nice shot of the action there. By the way, again, remember, whether it's in the chopper, the drone, or in the blimp high above the track, it is, again, aerial views presented by All-American Pools. So, Drew Hopkins has been doing a phenomenal job in that 157 at Mount Vernon, Kentucky, looking to try to be the second different winner. Blake Majulis, Moneybags, won last Tuesday night with the debut of the series from Lernerville, or from Volusia. And by the way, this race does have a 30-minute time limit, 30 laps or 30 minutes, and I got to be thinking we're possibly around that time limit maybe.
There's a lot of frustration among the drivers too right now as we go back green.
Oh man, for a second there I thought Hopkins was going to lose it. He'll save it. He's back underway. 3 wide. Look at Fergie on the outside.
Like you said, it is Fergie time, and the 22 machine picks up the 3rd position, and he's trying to see if he can run down and maybe contend for a race win today. Single file restarts are on the board right now. It looks like we are going to be clean and green for now. Never mind.
No.
The commentators cursed. This was over in turn 4. Big mess. And Aaron Johnson at the middle of this one.
And another car went off the reservation as well. This will bring out the caution with 10 laps to go. 20 laps in, 10 laps remaining. Here's your replay. Nolan, you said you saw it when it broke loose here. Look at that. Wow.
Now, you say there's 10 laps remaining here, Wesley, but here's the crucial factor. There's less than 10 minutes remaining in the session. I mean, looking at it right now, we got ourselves just about, about maybe 9 minutes left in the session. So if they don't clean it up now, we're not going to finish this race on laps.
9 minutes remain. They have 10 laps to go. Drew Hopkins, the man leading the way in the number 157. Nick Cooper from Waterloo, New York. There you see the 35 on the bottom for Team D1RT. He's on the inside, ready for the restart. Fergie's up there. He's in 3rd, the car number 22 in about Holly, North Carolina. He's all in. We'll see what he can do. Look at that first win on the series. As well as so is Drew Hopkins, Nick Cooper. Blake Majulis won again at Volusia last week. He is not here tonight. There will be another first-time winner when this is all said and done. The question is, who will it be through the field? The lights are off for the pace truck, and we will get ready to set them up for a single-file restart. It is 10 laps to go here at Lernerville Speedway virtually, and it has been one that, hard-pressed to say, a crazy wreck fest indeed. Pace truck comes in. They're up on the high side of the cushion into 3 and 4. Back to the Lyco Motorsports restart zone. We're back to green. Under 10 to go. 9 remaining. And Hopkins is gone in turn number 1.
Chase Hardy trying to make a move on Dustin Sizemore for the 4th position. Down to the bottom. That caution flag out again. You've got to be kidding me. Will Duvall this time, the driver, to bring it out. It looks like he got run over by Ken Byron in the number 10 just behind him.
Ken Byron out of Tampa, Florida. Mannington, West Virginia's Will Duvall, the one-thumb wonder after having an injury from his job, and Byron just got into him and just kind of tagged him in the corner. You hooked him in the apex of the turn. My goodness.
This is definitely going to be very tight on time now. They're definitely not safe. They got about 6 minutes remaining on the time limit, and they've got still over 6 laps to go yet. They might not make it to the end of this race on laps here at this point here, Wesley.
It is, what, 7 laps to go whenever they get back to the green. And, man, or 8 laps to go, actually. And still, Hopkins off the pace there. Going to let the pace truck catch him. And this is just wasting time, waiting for the pace vehicle to catch the drivers. And, man. Well, nonetheless to say, an interesting one. We'll definitely chalk to our top 3 in the Clan Wars servers post-race wrap-up when this concludes, whether it be due to time constraints on a time limit of 30 minutes or they can get this 30-lap feature completed. I think the race director is finally laying down the law saying, all right, guys, come on, this is enough. Let's get this done.
So about 9 laps to go, 8 laps to go here now. 5 minutes remaining in the session as well. It's a race against the clock now as Drew Hopkins going to lead them into the right go restart zone.
And Hopkins jumping that berm, if you will. Gets the whole shot into turn number 1. He goes to the top shelf. And here comes now Nick Cooper trying to follow. He'll follow right up under him. as they work their way back into the corner. Come on, guys, let's bring this to the finish. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Here they come roaring down the straightaway. Laps wind down with now 7 to go in turn 1.
Nick Cooper trying to go for the race lead on the 157. One car upside down.
Oh, it's Will Duvall.
Over the reservation. That's Duvall.
He's out. He's out.
Yellow
The one
flag.
thumb wonder is out. We got a caution, though. And this is, again, Wicks, Tyler Wicks in the 6 car. And this is what his 5th or 6th caution. You know, in real racing, oh, wow, somebody turned up in front of him, the 58 of Tyler Reed.
And at this point, I believe that's just put the nail in the coffin. I think that's going to make this race end on time and not on laps, doing very rough calculations. I don't think they can make it to the end of this race on the lap counter now. It's against the clock now.
So here's the thing. I believe if the race gets called on time, they would... The next time they come around under speed, the checker flag would fall. The race would be officially over. They would not do a green-white checker shootout or anything like that. The next time they take the green, next time around would be the checkered flag, if I remember correctly.
That's correct. If you remember in that 6 hours a Daytona, they had the same situation there. The race had to end under caution flag, and they let them take that one extra lap after the time was expired, and the green flag dropped, and that was the checker at the line. So that's likely what the procedure would be here as well.
And that was after the pace car dropped onto the pit lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty interesting wild finish at the end of 6 hours of Daytona. Hey, by the way, speaking of them, the American iRacing League, they are getting ready to create another 6 hours of Talladega. Saturday, December the 19th. Charles and myself are looking forward to that one. Nolan, you gonna do it again? Another 6 hours? You gonna try to jump in? Yeah. At least got to stop by and make a visit. You can't say that you didn't have fun Saturday.
I'll come with more nuked pizza.
He did. He choked on sausage. He was
Oh, hush.
ready to come to the restart. The Ryko Motorsports restart sub box. Let's try this. We're on the clock. Let's see if we can get it done.
About 2 minutes remaining, so at this point, the next caution ends the race if we can't make it back around. 4 laps remaining now as Drew Hopkins takes it off at turn number 4.
Here they come down the straightaway. It's Hopkins. They're bumping and banging. That's Sizemore banging there along with Fergie. Fergie comes to second spot. Wow, that's Chase Hardy.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, did you see that car flying through the air?
Wall. Tomasi just slammed off the track in turn 2, went right into the guardrail on the bottom side of the racetrack in the ditch, so he is out of the race.
But no caution. There is no caution. Meanwhile, they are still slamming and bamming. There goes now Chase Hardy trying to get around Mike Augustine. Dustin Sizemore up on the outside lane. 3 wide, the hot dog between the bun, the 72. The laps wind down. It is Drew Hopkins still on in front. Nick Cooper almost goes off the reservation trying to size him up for that spot as they work their way off the corner. The laps are winding down. 2 to go this time by.
White flag in the air. Can Cooper get him here? Drew Hopkins holding the bottom.
The CRN 1 to go. Down the backstretch. Final time. Cooper to the inside. Hopkins up top shelf. Will he get the run? Here they come. He got him. Drew Hopkins a win, and they're crashing in front of him again on the cool down lap. Wicks crashing on the cool-down lap, but it wasn't enough there. What an effort there, Nolan, by Nick Cooper to try to thread the needle and make a daring move on a slider off turn 4 for a crossover. Couldn't get it in time. Drew Hopkins from Mount Vernon, Kentucky, in the 157 will be the second winner of the Swag Studio Display Super Late Model Dirt Series.
That reminded me a lot of what Mason Crawford did in the United States Modified Touring Series when they had their race here earlier this year. With the valiant effort, trying to take it 3 wide. The finish ended up being about 9,000 of a second from first to third. Crawford ended up finishing on the 3rd place, but that was a valiant effort. Reminded me very similar of that to what we saw from Nick Cooper's great attempt to try to get to Drew Hopkins off of turn 4.
Man, what a wild one. Let's take a look at, again, the sawblade.com unofficial results here from Lernerville. Drew Hopkins, the winner. Nick Cooper, man, he tried it with a bonsai off 4, but the man out of Waterloo, New York could not beat the man from the Bluegrass State of Mount Vernon, Kentucky. Chris Allen Ferguson, Fergie time, will take 3rd of the 22 from Mount Holly, North Carolina. Then you got Ethan Toter 4th. Aaron Kitchen will finish 5th. Ryan Underwood 6th. Brandon Gagnon 7th. JB Craighead 8th. Mike Augustine and Chase Hardy the top 10.
And it's Dustin Sizemore to round it off in 11th place. Matthew Lee 12th. Brett Rouse 13th. Aaron Johnson 14th. Michael Martin 15th. Ken Byron 16th. The trouble driver Tyler Wicks is 17th. Rounding out cars that did not finish the race: Tano Tomasi, Tyler Reed, and Will Duvall in 18th, 19th, and 20th place.
So there is the results of that 20-car field here tonight for round 2 of the Body Balance by Rhonda Breast Cancer Awareness Night. What a caution fest it was. The swag Banana Republic flag used a lot tonight. A lot of swag, E-Wraps and graphics, instant replays. But when it's said and done, Drew Hopkins again being the winner in the 157. Second winner now for the swag Studio Displays Dirt Super Late Model Series here tonight. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, the Clan War Servers post-race wrap-up is upon us. We will try to grab a word with the top 3 drivers, and we will set the stage for round number 3 coming up next week. Oh, man, what an exciting show. It was a caution wreck fest, but in the end, Drew Hopkins holding off a bonsai move by Nick Cooper to win here at Lernerville. Gamers hosting gamers worldwide. It is time. Clan War Servers post-race wrap-up on LSR TV, and those listening on CRN Sports. Clan War Servers is the official communications partner of Live Sim Racing. Wesley Outland back here with you, along with Nolan Rimple and, of course, Charles Wooten on the production side of things for this event tonight at Lernerville, the Body Balance by Rhonda Breast Cancer Awareness Night, round number 2 of the Swag Studio Displays Super Late Model Dirt Series. And again, when it's all said and done, it is Drew Hopkins picking picking up the win, the second different winner on the series. But first, let's talk to the men on the podium from second to third. Third place finisher, driver, of course, along the way in the number 22 machine. The man out of Mount Holly, North Carolina, started third in the Dirt Track World Championship last Saturday night as well at Portsmouth. Third place here tonight in your second race. Chris Ferguson, what's your take of a crazy race tonight at Lernerville?
Yeah, it was definitely something else. My spotter, Hayden Cardwell, said there was a lot of people in that race that were probably going to cause some cautions. So he told me to keep the nose clean, and I'll probably get a top 5.
Staying out of trouble, he done just that, Nolan.
He certainly did. It was not an easy race by any stretch of the means, and this was, of course, one of those tracks that there ended up being quite a few of those yellow flags. What do you think one of the main challenges was that resulted in all of those here today, Nick?
I think the big thing was the track slowed down a lot in the feature, and to be really fast, you couldn't overcharge the corners, and unfortunately, when you're back there in the pack, you're trying to pass a lot of cars, and a lot of times people just get into the back of the other cars, which seemed to be happening a lot in that race. So I just did what I could to stay out of all that mess.
Bergie, talk about just getting around Lernerville. You've raced Lernerville for real. Is it kind of like just the same thing doing it virtually?
I will say this, the track is really similar. For sure you drive them pretty close to the same, but like I tell everybody, when you run off the edge in this thing on iRacing, you get a quick repair and you can fix it, but when you run off of it in real life, you might not make it back. So it's a little less intimidating on the game.
Always good catching up with you. Before I let you go, Chris, thank those sponsors on the 22 Sweet Bloomquist chassis virtually.
I need to thank my one of my crew guys, Tyler Wicks, for designing the breast cancer awareness car. He done a great job with the pink scheme and everything. All my regular sponsors, the ones that even sponsor my iRacing, Schaefer's Oil and Joe's Racing Products, all my other ones that sponsor the real car. My crew, 2 of them made it in tonight. The third one missed the show, Thomas Van Vorst, but man, shout out to all them guys too.
Bergie, you going to be back next week? We're going to be at Falls, Fairbury, another place you like to race at a lot.
I think I'm going to try to make it. We're going to race this weekend. As long as nothing catastrophic happens, I'll try to be on again next Tuesday night.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. Third place again for Chris Time Ferguson, the 22 machine out of Mount Holly, North Carolina. Second place in the race, Nick Cooper out of Waterloo, New York. Man, he tried the bonsai for the D1RT number 35, and Nick just coming up short. A crazy race there. A caution field, not going to lie about that, but when it's all said and done, talk about that last shot you had. We were worried about running out of time in this 30-lap, 30-minute feature, and you really tried your best to get to Hopkins.
Yeah, that was definitely a caution fest. Like I said, that you knew with the names in there, it was going to be kind of pick and choose your way up through. And starting as far back as I did, and as Chris did, and everybody, we just be smart about it and make the moves that you need to do to not put yourself in a bad situation, and it paid off.
Well, Nick, of course, you were actually one of the hard chargers of the race, worked your way up 11th place and managed to finish up second. So a very good run from you from the back of the field all the way up, especially after things did not quite go your way, so to speak, in that second heat race, as you ended up finishing last place on the trot. So what was your story here, working your way up from 11th place on the grid to come home and take that second podium position?
It was just, like I said, survival. Picking and choosing picking your poison, basically. I knew there was a pretty good chance of a lot of yellow, so you just keep the car clean and just have the car for the end.
All right, Nick, we'll let you go, buddy. Always good catching up with you, man. Good run for D1RT in the bridesmaid spot, but before we let you do, thank your sponsors.
I got to thank, obviously, D1RT for backing me and, all that they do, and Firehouse Subs, and all my sponsors in real life. Can't thank them all enough. Bicknell Racing Products, Dig Racing Chocks, Duffy's Home Services, just everybody that helps me get the Sportsman ready to go.
I got a feeling definitely going to try to do some things differently at Falls next week. I know you've had some success in the past at Fairbury.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites on here. I don't know. That's going to be another track for survival. So we'll see how that goes.
From Waterloo, New York, Nick Cooper, runner-up here tonight in round 2 of the SWAG Studio Displays Super Late Model Dirt Series at Virtual Lernerville. And finally, the winner of the race will be his second different winner on the series, the man out of Mount Vernon, Kentucky, just down the road from Rockcastle Speedway. Man, Drew Hopkins, the 157. Drew, what a phenomenal job, man. A great win for you. Staying out of trouble, I guess, was the most important thing of all tonight.
Yeah, it definitely was that caution field race there. Just the restarts is what was pretty much key to winning that race, because I really don't try to look in my mirror too much, but I didn't really know where to go sitting with the cautions there, and we got that little 8-lap shootout there at the end or whatever, and I knew Cooper was behind me, and he's just really good iRacer, and I knew he'd be pretty fast. I wanted to stay down low, but I kind of had to move out of my comfort zone and go up high, and it paid off.
Drew, the next race coming up is, of course, going to be Fairbury Speedway. You yourself had a very good performance here today, won your heat race and went through to win the feature event too. Do you reckon you can go back-to-back over at Fairbury Speedway?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. If I can make it, I'll definitely try to win that. But Fairbury, it's either hit or miss for me. But I've been practicing there a lot here recently, so hopefully I'll put a good run in and pick up another win.
Let's talk about the last couple of laps, if you will. Nick Cooper closing in that bonsai move off the corner, coming to the checkered flag. And not only that, Ferguson, they gave you a couple of shots. What was it like to hold them off?
Yeah, I tried really not paying attention behind me, so I knew if I hit my marks, I'd be good, but Cooper would go up in 1 and 2 and get a really good run down the back stretch. I was trying, but I couldn't get a run like he was. I just tried to hit my marks without making a slip up there, and I think I did that pretty well. And I just got to thank Cooper for running me clean there. Some guys could throw a slider and take you out, but I have respect for him. He has respect for me, and it was just all in all a good race.
Hey, buddy, listen, thank your sponsors, and congratulations being the second all-time winner for the SWAG Studio Displays Super Late Model Dirt Series here this evening at Lernerville.
First and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, my parents, my cousins. They usually watch all my races. And I just got to give a shout out to Tanner Folds for this breast cancer awareness car, and Bighorn Taxidermy, Troy Vaughn, for coming on board to sponsor me this season.
A lot of nice messages on that car, as well as a lot of truth there in the pink, observance and acknowledgement for those to spread awareness about breast cancer, as well as what the Body Balance by Rhonda Breast Cancer Awareness Night was about. A crazy night, a crazy finish, but when it's said and done, Drew Hopkins out of Mount Vernon, Kentucky, picking up the win. That's going to put a wrap of the Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up. As always, Clan Wars Servers is the official communications partner of Live Sim Racing. Nolan Rimple, your final thoughts. I know it wasn't pretty, but the checker flag did fall. We'll live to race another day. Next week, Falls, Fairbury, American Legion Speedway.
Hey, that's just how dirt racing goes sometimes. Sometimes you have to get down and dirty when you're running in the dirt like this. Get those hands and knees a little bit messy, and it looks like that's exactly what a lot of the drivers did today. Here's hoping, though, that maybe they can clean it up a little bit when we head on over to Fairbury Speedway just 1 week from now.
I think this race sums up virtual or reality. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug, and we've seen some craziness here tonight. We'll pack her up and get ready for the next one. By the way, follow SWAG, Simulation World Auto Group, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SWAG Racing Esports, and of course at LSR TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, LiveSimRacing.com, and our radio coverage now on the voice of Live Sim Racing, CRN Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at WeAreCRN.com. So that's going to wrap things up here tonight from Lernerville for round number 2 of the SWAG Studio Displays Super Late Model Dirt Series. And again, on this Body Balance by Rhonda Breast Cancer Awareness Night. This evening, Drew Hopkins picking up the win, surviving a yellow flag caution fest to be the second winner on the tour. Next week, it's Fairbury Falls, as everybody knows it. For executive producer of LSR TV, Mr. Charles Wooten. For Nolan Rimple, I'm Wesley Outland. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. God bless you all. Please keep on praying for America. Until next time.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSR TV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSR TV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.